Alright, so this Moon Monday topic was understanding our self-worth. And the reason for that topic I chose was because of the fact that I felt like a lot of people just don't give themselves credit. Like they're stuck on the fact of they've messed up in the past or things didn't go their way, whatever it is, and they feel like in a way that they don't deserve what they want. Like it's like, oh, like they're extremely hard on themselves. And or like around people that don't take their, like, what's that word, like they don't take their acknowledgement of the fact that they want to grow into like reality, or they don't take it seriously because of their past or whatever. So that's the reason I chose this topic. And this topic, actually, it's crazy how it worked out, because it actually went hand in hand with this week's parsha, which is Vayigash. And the whole parsha is about how Yosef actually reveals to his brothers who he is. And it's actually really fascinating, because it states that he actually reveals to his brothers, but he says like, he's like, I'm Yosef, your brother, the one that you've sold. So you'd think like, why would he say the whole part of the selling? Like, isn't that like, was it like a little jab, you know, like to his brothers? But the truth is, it wasn't a jab. It was more of, he was explaining he was like, in those words, he was explaining that, yes, I know you guys sold me, and I know what you guys did to me, but I want you guys to know that I'm still I'm your brother Yosef, and I've completely forgiven you guys. And it's like, it's really, and like we've already done the whole deep understanding of the power of forgiveness, and this was one of them. Like, this was one right there of the, like, when he stated the fact that he forgave them, he actually removed their sin of throwing him into the pit and selling him and all that stuff, because of the fact they caused damage man to man. And when he forgave them, that then triggers Hashem to forgive them. So like they're good in Hashem's eyes due to the fact that he took upon himself to forgive. It's really fascinating, but that was like a separate topic. But like in this topic, it was the fact that he mentioned to them, I'm your brother, the one that you sold. And it was to show them that I was like, you guys sold me, but yet I'm still your brother, and I'm here, and I'm still alive, and we're housed like our dad and everything. And like that showed that he forgave them. And you think like, what, like, how in the world can he forgive? He was completely the black sheep of the family, literally like tossed out, thrown to death, sold. It's like, and somehow he was still able to look his siblings in the eyes and be like, I'm your brother, this is me, and look at where I'm at, and allow me to like help you. And he actually says that he's the brother that you guys sold. And it says like, when he said that, I guess their faces showed a reaction, and he then stated to them, don't be discouraged, or like, don't be embarrassed, because of what you guys did to me is the reason I'm where I'm at. And he understood that like Yosef was able to take that extended vision and look down upon the scenario, as opposed to being in the scenario and only just being able to see things through one point of view. He was able to get the overview and understand that everything happened for a reason. He made the best out of the hand he was dealt at all times, and at no point did he ever lose his self-worth or his value. He understood, you know what, I'm a good person, and yeah, you know, I maybe had a really crappy hand dealt to me, but I'm gonna make the best out of it. And we can see that from the case of when Potiphar's wife actually like lied and like resulted in him going to jail. Even then, like, and that's for like people that have criminal records or whatever it is. The fact is, even in jail, he's like, you know what, my actions led me to this. I put myself in this surrounding, this and that. The fact is, there's always ways. Hashem always is adapting to you. The world is adapting to you, and you're never done. You're never missed your chance to as long as you're still living, you still have that chance to reach your goal. It might be a roundabout way, but the fact is, you can still do it. And we see that from Yosef, the fact that he's literally sitting in a prison cell at this point, and he's just making do with the best he has, with the best hand he has. And that was, he heard this whole thing about the dreams and everything, and he decided, okay, let me translate the dream. It turns out, because of that, he ended up being like a second in command of the biggest nation at the time. And it just shows like you never count, like, don't ever count yourself out. You know, like, you understand yourself, and always hold down your vision in yourself. Whether other people acknowledge it or society acknowledges it doesn't matter, because like his whole family didn't even know he existed anymore. Nobody's counting on him, yet he didn't lose faith in himself, and he just decided, you know, I'm going to make the best scenario out of every single time I'm doing anything. Whether it was jail, whether it was in, like, even after in command when he killed the Egyptian for hitting the Jew. He just made the best scenarios of it, and it led him down a certain path. But the fact is, he always just took that path and understood that this is the path. But like when he stated that I forgive you, like my siblings, and don't be discouraged by it, that's some huge stuff. Like that takes a lot to be able to get to that level. And that just shows like he always carried his own value and his worth with him. He understood what he was worth. He understood he was in this world for a mission and a purpose, and no matter what hand he's dealt, he's just going to play it the best he can, and you'll see like how Hashem works it out. And to the point where he even stated to them, it's only because of you, my siblings, that I am where I am. And now that our world, like the whole world was in a famine at the time, and it resulted like his siblings and his father were outsiders from the nation. They were actually told to bring themselves in, and it resulted in them owning majority of like the land in that thing. And it's just crazy how Hashem has all those things, and it was just fascinating. So like that was the topic, and I hope you guys enjoyed.
וציוונו להדליק נר של חנוכה. אמן.